Now from Coors Field at the foot of the Rocky Mountains in Denver, Colorado, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the New York Mets going up against the Colorado Rockies.
And now, please welcome.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Colorado Rockies.
And today's starting pitcher, Tomoyuki Sagano. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Laser could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Batting second.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Juan Soto now. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Flips it, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Base hit and a run in to score.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road, stakes are high, energy in the ballpark, and you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Another 1-2. Smoke to right, but he's got it.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Comebacker to the mound. Sends it to first, and that is that. We go to the bottom of the first, and taking the ball for the Mets, Clay Holmes. What should we keep an eye on here? Edouard Julien digging in for the Rockies.
Number 6, Edouard Julien.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
That's a ball.
Sinker.
In the air, left field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 1 away. Next for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. Ripped to first, caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
That was pretty nasty. Second game of the NLCS. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Francisco Álvarez up now for the Mets. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock.
Batting 7.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And he drops it down the third baseline.
That's a foul ball.
And foul ball. Lined into right. And that's a base hit. Here comes Álvarez around third. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here's Luis Robert on the ground. They get the force, and that is a big first out. Here's Francisco Lindor. The 1-1. Robert on the go. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That's smashed towards center. Doyle on the move. Stretches out and hauls it in. Runners tagging from second and third. He scores on the sac fly, and they take a 3-run lead. Here's Juan Soto. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single. It's 4-zip. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Runner takes off. Pitch is high. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over. Back here at Coors Field, we head to the bottom of the second. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland, and man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Circle change. Low inside.
The 1-2. And down on strikes. Run out. This is Willie Castro. Ball to strike. The pitch. That one fouled off. 1-2 now. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Lindor takes it in for the out. 2 away. Ezequiel Tovar will hit next. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. Back here in Denver, top half of the third inning. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets. The 2-1. And the sweeper is off the plate.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 80.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Up next
just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Man at second. Out to short. To first. And one away in the top of the third. So up next for New York, Brett Baty. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. A 2-run shot. And they add on. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. When you're working with this kind of velocity,
New pitcher in the game for the Rockies, number 45. He's into the game with the bases empty. And now the catcher comes up to him. Francisco Álvarez. Swings through that. Stays alive. Payoff pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Back there and gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 7-0.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Now a chance for Mark Vientos. The 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Moniak on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Now it's Marcus Semien. 2 down, nobody on. And a strike on the outside edge. Semien wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So here's Robert now. That one found hard the other way. Man on second, 2 down. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Digging in, Jake McCarthy. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Circle change. Low outside.
On the ground right side. Handles, throws to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. So the Rockies lineup turns over. Edouard Julien now at the plate.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got him looking for the K. Back here at Coors Field, here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Here's a 1-1.
Ball 2.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day. Here's Juan Soto. Man at second.
Ball outside.
Pickoff throw. Lindor back in there. The 2-1. Runner takes off for 3rd. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to 3rd. Save. That wasn't close. Runner at 3rd. Nobody out. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Rolled slowly to first. And he's out on the tag. But they do get a run. So up next for New York, Bichette. Base knock center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
The 1-2.
That's a check. Did he swing?
Now appeal to first. Didn't go.
Runner,
And a payoff pitch. So a walk puts runners at first and second. Now it's the right fielder, Brett Baty. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. That
Ball
misses
three.
the zone. Ball 3. Pickoff move to second. Bichette dive back in. Two on, one out. Double steal. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Payoff pitch. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He's got it. The throw into second. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. Back here in Denver, bottom 4.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out.
Goes down looking. And here's the catcher, Hunter Goodman. 1-2 now. Chopped left side. Bichette slings it across. Already 2 gone here in the home 4. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit for the Rockies. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Álvarez. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Off the rocks and out of here. A home run. Another homer. His 2nd homer of the night, and they add to their lead. It's 9-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm, Jaden Hill. Mark Vientos getting ready to hit. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Takes it in for the out. Here is Marcus Semien. And a 1-1. To the right side. Tosses to first. And he's out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. And he lays down a bunt. The throw to first.
Got him.
That ends the frame of the bunt attempt. Back here in Denver, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies.
All these
Ball
Rockies,
2.
as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
That
Ball
misses
3.
the zone. Full count now.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
What a stop to first. And they get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Sinker. Low outside.
That
No.
one misses, and the count's full. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Payoff pitch. And a base hit right there. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. Softly hit to third. Bichette over to second. Double play.
Out of there.
And that'll do it for the inning. Second game of the NLCS. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now it's Juan Soto. Lindor on the move. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. Check on the runner. Lindor back in there. Man at second. Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Safe. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. And that'll kick off the base of the wall. Scoring is Lindor. It's 10-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well done. Drives in the run. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying out of here into the visitors' bullpen. He circles the bases, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 12-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Tanner Gordon. So digging in, Brett Baty. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a one-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
At the plate, Francisco Álvarez.
Yeah.
Fastball for a strike. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. This one in the air, right field. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. And stepping in for New York, Marcus Semien. Check swing called strike. That's strike two.
Ball.
Traffic on the bases with three already across here in game 2 of the NLCS. Ground ball could be 2. Julian to second, and that's two. Back here at Coors Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jake McCarthy digging in for the Rockies.
Sinker. Low inside.
That one finds the corner. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fights it off. You'll see another.
Sinker.
Got him swinging. Strikeout number 8. And here's the first baseman. To the right side. Polanco takes it to the bag, and there's 2 down.
Sinker.
So the batting order turns over. Edouard Julien digs in now. Dives, and he can't hang on. The underhand flip, and very nicely done for the out. Back here in Denver, top of inning number 7, Luis Robert Jr. up now for the Mets. Ball to strike.
No.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. And he starts the 7th with a leadoff double. Back to the top of the order. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Man at second.
Ball.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Looks like extra bases. Robert comes in to score, and the lead continues to grow.
Up next for the Mets.
So man aboard. So up next for New York, Juan Soto. The 1-1. Hammered, base hit. Lindor zipping around third. Runner from second crosses the plate.
Picks himself up an RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Checks over to first, back safely. Now at the plate, Bo Bichette. Runner takes off. This one in the air, center field. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
1 out man at first. And now the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. Runner on the move. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Runner goes again. Pitch misses in. Throw to second. Tag, and they got him. That one misses. Full count now. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And that'll do it. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now the number 2 hitter, Mickey Moniak.
Low inside. Sinker. Middle outside. Cutter. High inside.
The 1-2. In the air out towards right center. Robert gets under it. And there's 1 down. Hunter Goodman will hit next.
Low inside.
2-2 now. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's a fair ball. And he'll pull into second safely. 1 down. Jordan Beck digging in for the Rockies. On a bounce right side. Simeon slings to first, 2 away. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle.
Low inside.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Sweeper.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the late stages of game 2.
Ball. No.
Just missed. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball
That's the ball. Take your base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back here at Coors Field. We're at the top of the 8th. Brett Baty up now for the Mets. Moniak takes it in for the out. And there's one down. Here's the catcher, Francisco Álvarez. The 1-1. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. And that's going to roll to the wall. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, slugging percentage is on the rise in this one. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat pack to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Man at second. On a line out towards center. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The relay. There's the tag. They get him. And that's back here in Denver. On to the bottom of the 8th. Ezequiel Tovar.
Now pitching for the Mets.
Luke Weaver taking over on the mound.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
To first.
You're out.
Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Jake McCarthy, the next to hit. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Got him. That's the 2nd out. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, the 2-1. Outside with a breaking ball. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. Line drive. Reaching down, makes the catch. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Victor Vodnik.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
The 1-1.
Ball.
In the air, left field. McCarthy settles underneath it, and there's one down. Luis Robert now. Here's a 1-1.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. That's out number 2. And now it's Frankie Lindor.
Ball, no.
Two down, nobody on. In the air, left field. McCarthy on the move. makes a nice running catch. Bottom 9. Stepping in, number 22. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Brooks Raley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Ball 2.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. And it remains 2-2.
Sweeper.
Stays alive.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Comes a 2-2. And
No,
that
that's a
just
ball.
misses. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it over to first. But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. Man at first, nobody out. Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Next for the Rockies is the DH, Jordan Beck.
Circle change. Low outside.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Low inside.
Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
1 strike away. On the ground to third. The New York Mets are your National League champs.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.